Juan Mendez Scott's Big Sexy, Chapter 10. Duane. I'm not gonna lie, and I damn sure ain't gonna lie to myself. That chick Netta had my joint harder than a brand new lead pipe. Every drop of blood in my body surged straight to the tip. Netta was a pretty little thing, no doubt about it. But pretty or not, I wasn't leaving Maggie for her or anyone else. I just wished Netta would leave me alone and stop tempting me. Later that night, I was chilling in my man cave, the basement, with my boy Mike. We were playing NBA 2K24 on my 93-inch TV, sipping Blue Moon and whiskey. The room was filled with the glow of the screen, our shouts and laughter echoing off the walls. I knew it was coming. I just hoped she'd wait until Mike went home to start the drama. Maggie, in her nightgown and drunk as hell, stumbled down the stairs. She stopped and leaned against my Dallas Cowboys logoed pool table, her eyes glossy with tears. I tried to ignore her, focusing on beating Mike's ass in 2K24. I didn't notice her approaching until I saw Mike's reaction, his eyes flicking toward her. My heart sank. She was plastered, and I was sweating bullets, embarrassed beyond belief. I finally looked up at her. "You all right, baby? You need anything?" Maggie stared at me, nodding slowly, tears brimming. "Yeah," she whispered, her voice trembling. "I need you to stop peeping Netta before she gets your fat ass killed." Mike shifted uncomfortably, taking a swig of Patron, pretending he hadn't heard her. "We need to talk," I said, standing up from the couch with a heavy sigh. I grabbed her hand. "Come on." We headed upstairs to our bedroom. Maggie sat at the end of our bed, curling her toes into the thick plush rug, trying to sober up. I stood over her, disappointed, holding her bottle of pills. "I'm getting tired of this shit," I said calmly. "So am I, Duane." "It doesn't seem like it." I started pacing back and forth. Maggie tried to focus on me. "What? You think I enjoy this?" Her face crumpled into a cry. "Is that what you think?" "I don't know what to think," I said, my voice rising. "I swear to God I don't know what to think." I stopped pacing, examining the pill bottle. "Have you been taking your pills, Mag?" "Huh?" "Yes," she replied, sounding like a child. I shook the bottle. "You sure?" "Yes, I'm sure," she snapped. "Nah, you can't keep mixing this shit with alcohol. What the hell is the matter with you, Maggie?" "I'm trying." "Try harder," I yelled. "I'm trying," Maggie said, burying her face in her hands, crying. "God knows I'm trying." "I'm tired of your insecurities over a dead boyfriend from high school. What the fuck is up with that?" "Duane, you don't understand." "No, I don't understand." "He did it right in front of me," she sobbed, drowning in her memories. "Why did he have to do it right in front of me?" I knelt at her feet. "Maggie, when I was hustling before I got into real estate, I saw plenty of my friends, guys I grew up with, shot right in front of me." "I know." "No, you don't know. That could have been me. One of my boys had his head blown off right next to me. I'm not talking cartoon shit. When I turned around, his body was lying there without his damn head." "I know, you told me." "No, you don't know, because I had to keep moving. I had to move on." "I'm not you," Maggie said, her voice rising. "I will never get over him blowing his brains all over my prom dress. You need to move on." I said I'm trying, and I said try harder. For our marriage, you need to try harder. Our marriage is going to be okay. I'm not going to lose you. The only way we can move on is if you let that man rest in peace. Craig can never rest in peace. He killed himself. He'll never rest in peace. I stood up, looking down at Maggie, disgusted. "You've turned into a lush. You've gone from wine to hard liquor since you ran into that chick at the outlets." Maggie stopped crying and looked up at me, murder in her eyes. "She better leave me alone. You need to get yourself together. I mean it." She grabbed my hand. "I'll call my doctor next week to set up an appointment. How's that? Would that make you feel better?" "It does not make me feel good that my wife is all fucked up over a dead guy from years ago. It's about Netta." "Who?" "Netta, the girl I ran into at the outlets. The one that keeps coming over here flirting. What about her?" She's out to ruin my life again, Maggie said, crying again. No, you're doing this to yourself, I yelled. No, I'm not. You don't understand. She's never liked me. She and her friends used to bully me around. Bully you? They were jealous because Craig was my boyfriend and they had crushes on him. You're letting that chick mess your head up? I'm not letting her do anything. Yes, you are. Maggie started pacing. No, I'm not. That Netta chick has got you so messed up and insecure you're about to drive yourself crazy. I'm already there, Duane. I'm already there. She leaned against the dresser, crossing her arms. I've been crazy for a long time. I placed the bottle of pills on the dresser, trying to be supportive. When we first started dating, you were tripping off that shit then, having nightmares. Of course I remember the nightmares, I'm still having them. We've been married for almost 6 years now. It's time to let that shit go. I pray hard that I will. Do you need to go back to therapy? Don't be ashamed to admit it. Duane, I'll call my doctor first thing Monday morning. That's a start. It's a start, but I can't promise you anything. You can't what? Come on, Duane. It's only been 10 years, she said, sitting back down. I'll probably need 10 more. Just be supportive and strong with me. I knelt in front of her, looking up into her eyes. You keep letting this high school bullshit interfere with our marriage, it's going to drive me away. You hear me? Maggie glared at me. She leaned forward, her face close to mine. You're not leaving me, Duane. Do you understand? I leaned back, frowning. What? You heard me. If it takes me 20 years to get well, as my husband, you stand by my side. Standing up, I said, no, I'm not waiting 10, 20 years for you to get over a dead boyfriend from high school. You better not leave me. Then you need to stop tripping. Maggie walked over to the dresser, digging through her large Gucci purse. Watching her, I could tell something was off. When she pulled out a pistol, I knew she needed help. Staying as calm as I could, I moved closer. I didn't buy you that gun so you could wave it in my face. If you leave me for that bitch, I will do more than wave it. Maggie, what are you talking about? I will kill you before you leave me for her, I swear to God. Leave you for who? Netta? No, it's your insecurities driving me away. Maggie met me in the middle of the room, pressing the gun to my head. I started sweating like I was about to meet Jesus. If she shows up one more time while you're waxing your precious Aston Martin, I will pop the both of you right there in the driveway. For a big guy, I was quick. I twisted Maggie's arm behind her back, snatching the gun like a magician. She fell to her knees, crying, defeated. I was breathing like a raging bull, but I held back. I'd never hit my wife, no matter how crazy she got. My mother didn't raise me that way. Holding the gun to my side, I glared down at her. You know damn well I don't appreciate being threatened, I said calmly. I don't care about you crying either. Maggie stared at the floor, rocking back and forth. Please, Duane, just be patient. How, when you just pointed a gun at me? Just be patient. I'm a thug turned millionaire, baby. I've had guns in my face more times than I can count. I love you, Duane, so much. Then act like it, and stop letting that slick bitch mess your head up. I placed the gun on the dresser and walked out, leaving Maggie on the floor, crying. After Mike left, I found Maggie lying in bed staring at the ceiling, embarrassed, scared, and sober. I got undressed and sat on the side of the bed, troubled. Baby, please accept my apology, Maggie said, trying to sit up. I'm so sorry. You were drunk, I whispered. You need to slow down with that. Maggie was drifting off to sleep but managed to say, Duane, this is a promise. I will not let my past problems drive you away. I will not lose you to that. We'll see. Please trust me when I say this. Her voice faded. I better be able to trust you, I said, glancing back at her. And I swear to God, Maggie said, raising her hand, I will always love you, and trust you, and have confidence that you feel the same about me. And I do, you know that. I rolled into bed, covering up. We kissed, and I didn't care if she still had tears and snot on her face. I kissed her, and I forgave her.